Okay, this is a prime ribeye primal that I got from Costco. It's boneless, and this thing was 13 pounds when I got it, and I put it in this Umai bag, and it's not really a vacuum bag, but I vacuumed it because if you see the difference here, here's a vacuum bag. It's got these little ribs here. So when you put it in this thing and seal it, it sucks the air out so it's nice and tight. Well, this one didn't have those little ribs in there, but it put this piece of woven fabric in there that lets, so you can suck the air out of it, or most of the air out. And then when you seal it, it just melts right in. So it got a pretty good seal, and it just shrunk up pretty tight on this. And it's been in on this rack and in the fridge there for 32 days. And it was 13 pounds when I put it in this bag. And I'm gonna weigh it now. And it weighs 10.6 pounds. So this thing lost probably 2.5 pounds, just in moisture and stuff like that. So it dried out. Let me get this out of the way. So I'm going to take it out of here and see what we got. You can see it's just kind of hard, and there's the fat cap on there. That's kind of not really moldy or anything. I don't smell anything. This is, like I said, it's not a vacuum bag, so it's not absolutely airtight, but it just really sucked itself up nice and tight to that. So I'm gonna open this thing up now. And obviously I'm not going to reuse the bag, so just have to kind of peel it off. So there's the throwaway bag, and yeah, it just feels kind of waxy or whatever, and it's definitely not as big as it was when I put it in there. So I'll try cutting some of this off here. Cut about 1/4 inch off the end here. Doesn't smell bad. And there it is. So I'm going to cut this. This is kind of, I'm going to throw this away. And I will cut this into, you can shape that thing into nice ribeye steaks. So I'm going to cut this thing into 1.5-inch steaks. So I'll cut the other end off here and see what that looks like. Look at the marbling on that. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna, of course this will throw that away. I guess you can make it a hamburger or something like that. So, okay, so I've cut this up into steaks, and came out pretty good. Pretty good looking steaks there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trim this bark off around here, and this stuff here, and pretty much that's what we're going to end up with, some real nice ribeye steaks. And well, I guess we're gonna barbecue one tomorrow. And so, anyway, for this whole thing I paid $133 at Costco, and that came to be about 11 bucks a pound. And out of that, I got 11 pretty handsome looking steaks out of that. I mean, look at those. And so, after researching dry aged beef, I found out it's very, very expensive if you can find it. So this is dry aged beef, aged for 32 days. And let's see, Maury, this is yours. This is gonna be yours right here. I'm gonna trim this up for you, and I'll call you up and we'll meet up, and I want you to cook it very carefully and let me know how it comes out. Okay, this is Maury's steak right here. I'm gonna trim that up. I'm gonna trim all these up, and we'll see. Then I'm gonna wrap them up and freeze them. So, okay, here's what we got. I got these all trimmed out, trimmed all the bark off them, and came up with some pretty nice ribeyes here. Dry aged ribeyes. And of course, this is down the end. I wanted to make them all 1.5 inches. So these will be the two little ones we'll maybe try tonight. I don't know. But anyway, they're all about 1.5 inches. Here's all the stuff that was trimmed off of those. So this was started out as a Cryovac Primal ribeye prime, boneless. And I didn't trim anything off it before I put it in the bag. So it went in the bag, went in the fridge for 32 days and on a rack so the air got around it. And so this is kind of the bark, you know, you trim off it. Maybe I could have been trimmed a little less off the ends here. And but you know, I'm not a master butcher, but I'm happy with the way these came out. They look pretty darn good. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this stuff. Maybe Maury, you think your dog would like this stuff? I'll bag it up for you. And so started out as 13 pounds, and I ended up with 11 pretty good sized steaks here. And cost per pound, like I said, it was about 11 bucks a pound. And so to come out with you know, steaks like this, I think it's worth it. So we'll give it a try, and I'll let you know.